All right, so we're going to start with our warm-up. I'm just going to flip my screen here. And I did send Brenda, for those of you who requested on Tuesday, I did send Brenda the PDFs for the high interval training that we did on Tuesday, so that you can have that for reference, because I've been thrilled. I've had notes from people saying, you know, I want to do it a couple more times in the week, or I want to, you know, be able to keep active and do that. And I've got goals as to what I want my activity level to be. And so I'm happy to share all of that with you.
And yeah. I did upload that to the same place that you all went to register, sncc.ca/workout. So you can find, as Gwen sends me things, I'll upload them there. So I'll keep going back and looking. Okay, I'll mute again, sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna get started with our workout. We've done it all before. The only one that will be newer to some of you is our YTWL. So I'm just gonna show you that. And it really is, it's a version of YMCA, but it's all about shoulder conditioning and back conditioning. So you're gonna start in a Y, but you're gonna push those hands back. Then you're gonna come down to a T. And I mean, you can't see, but my shoulder blades are actually contracted. So you want to feel that through your shoulder blades. Then you're gonna go down into a W, and you're gonna come up into an L. All right, so that's going to be part of our warm-up sequence. Everything else is pretty standard. We're going to do 30 seconds per warm-up exercise, and then we'll get right out into the workout. So I am going to, there'll be 2 minutes rest between each round, and that's, I've asked, hold on, let me stop that. We've got everybody muted at the moment, but in our breaks, feel free to unmute. And if you have a question about something, if you are new to the workouts, I suggest you put it on speaker view. And if you need to see the workouts, I've got you on gallery view so I can see all of you. So I will be, if I see someone maybe not following proper form, I will put a correction out to the group. I won't single anybody out, but form is really, really important, because that's the way you'll injure yourself. So if we're ready, we're going to start with our warm-up in 8 seconds. I'm going to start with some forward arm circles. And forward arm circles, nice big circles for about 10 seconds. Oh, I love all these straight arms. And make them a little smaller, a little bit faster. And now I want them tiny and really fast. And reverse. Nice, slow, big movement. Make them a bit smaller, a little bit faster. And now tighten them up, tiny little circles and fast. Excellent. Feet about hip distance apart, bit of a squat, arm reach across to the side. Excellent, everyone. We're really just warming everything up. Getting all those joints oiled, ready to go. And we're moving into hip circles, feet in a little bit closer. Nice big movement. And switch direction. And up into a high knee march, not fast, trying to get as much range of motion, aiming that knee to get to your belly button. Stomach rotation. Put your arms together like you're holding a barrel, and you're just going to move from one side to the other. Doesn't have to be a fast movement. Again, we're just warming everything up and extending our range of motion. Now we're going into our YTWL. So YTWL. Each of them, when you go into that position, just hold them for a microsecond. And finally, we're going to get our cardio up a bit with some skaters. So it's a lateral movement over to the side. If you have a balance issue, you can tap your foot down. You can just come close, or you can really push. We're just going to speed skate our way into this workout. And break. Warm-up's done. Everybody get a drink of water, and I'll go over the exercises for tonight. So today, as I said, we're going to build on what we did last week. So we're going to do our squats, a lot more overhead work so that it's a compound movement, so that we're using more of those muscles all at the same time. When we're in a dragon boat, when we're, using a sup, when we're using those things, it becomes part of a kinetic chain where it goes right from our feet right up into our shoulders. So these workouts are designed to kind of mirror that action so that your body is used to it and we've built some muscle memory as we move into it. So the first exercise we're going to do, and again, you can do this with no weight. You can do it with a water bottle. You can do it with whatever weight you think you want to work with. I suggest, again, start lighter, work your way up. So you're going to go into a squat, and then you're going to bring your hands right over your head. You want to have that full extension, and you want those arms right up by your ears. So that's our squat with arm raise. From there, we're going to go into a weighted press. And again, I suggest if you're new, please use light weights. You're going to come up into that L position, and you're going to come up and back down. You can see that my arms are at 90. They're not down here, they're not here, and they're not, it's like if I was against a wall, I'd be doing like an angel, a snow angel against the wall. So that's the weighted press. From there, we go to a bent over row. Bent over row, you've got soft knees. Don't lock your knees. Nice and soft. You're at about a 45-degree angle. Wrists are relaxed. You're pulling up. As you're pulling up, you're contracting your shoulder blades. So you're not just doing this. You are actually pulling right up, and you can see that my shoulder rolls and there's a contraction there. So that's the bent over row. Then we're going down to the mat. We're going into a glute bridge with a leg raise. If the glute bridge on its own is enough for you, that's fine. But we want to start working more of those muscles. So one leg out, up and down. So you might be here, pushing up to the ceiling. But you want to keep that leg up the whole time. It's giving you a bit more challenge from the balance aspect of it. You have to engage your core more, and you also are putting more resistance on that leg that's lifting. From there, we're going to roll over fire hydrants. I'm going to show you a modification if that movement, this movement hurts your hips. So you're going to be in a neutral tabletop position, and you are going to just be lifting. You want to try and get your leg parallel. Mine aren't completely parallel this week. I'm having trouble with my hips this week. If that really hurts and that's a problem for you, then just bring in and go out. But you really want to try and be working these muscles right here. From there, we're going into bird dog. Bird dog is one of those exercises that you think is really easy, but if it's too easy, you're not working it properly. It is a core stabilization exercise. So you're going to be back in that neutral tabletop. You're going to bring your opposite arm and opposite leg, and you're going to extend them as far as you can. And if I demonstrate it properly, there should be no hip movement when you come back. You're not swinging, you're not doing any of that. It is core stabilization. It is balance. It works your core. So you have to focus a fair bit when you're doing bird dog. Then we're going to go into a reverse crunch. You can see we're focused a lot on the core, and that's on purpose because our core is what supports us in the boat. So then we're just going to do leg raises, up and down, a reverse crunch. You're going to come up as high as you can have your legs at 45. If you're a rock star, you can certainly come right up. You do not want to touch your feet to the mat at any time. It's time under tension. And I've got my head up so I can see all of you, but you can just relax that neck because otherwise you're going to be tight through here. And then for the last one, we are going to get up and we're going to do a windmill for some rotation. So your feet are going to be about hip distance apart. You're going to relax one side and you're going to reach up. So do 10 on this side, and then we're going to go this way and up. You're going to feel it through here. You're going to feel it through here. So we're going to do 5 rounds at 10 reps of each exercise. I can see pretty much everyone, so we'll leave ample time. We're doing good on time today, so we should have no problem. So we are going to start with that squat with an arm raise.
I ask you a quick question, Gwen. With the hip, the glute bridges, one leg, like going up and down, alternating legs?
Yes. Yeah, you know what, in the interest of time, we will do alternating legs.
Okay.
So you'll do 5 on each side.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And same with and the fire hydrants as well.
All right.
As the season goes on, we'll do 10 on each side. All right. Any other questions? All right. On your own time, when you are ready, we're going into squats with an arm raise. Make sure in the squat that you are nice and tall, you are not hinging forward, that the weight is in your heels, and your knees are coming out slightly as you go down. I've lost count. So don't follow me. Nicely done. From there, we're going to go into weighted press. So you need 2 equal weights. Water bottles, soup cans, books. You want to put your arms in that L position. And you're going to push up and come back down. Nice and strong on the way up. And breathing out on the way up. So exhale, exhale, exhale. Nicely done, everyone. Bent over row, hang on to those weights. I'm going to stand sideways, nice soft knees. Back at about a 45. Arms by your sides, you're pulling up. Nicely done. Good form, everyone. All right, now we're going down to the mat. Down for our glute bridge with leg raise. And put your hands out to the sides for balance. And you want to get popped up as high as you can, whatever is comfortable for you. And that leg goes out. And you're pushing up. Again, exhaling on the up. When you get to 5, switch legs. There. Nice, I see some nice high legs there. All right, when everyone is ready, you are going to roll over to do fire hydrants. I'm gonna turn my body so that I'm face on so you can see. Again, neutral tabletop position. Your legs are about shoulder width apart and you're coming up. 5 on each side. Make sure that your hips are not twisting in this movement. You're trying to stabilize that center part of your body. Excellent, I see lots of ceilings. From there, we're going to move into bird dog. Just wait for everybody to finish. Absolutely no rush. We've got lots of time. All right, bird dog, neutral tabletop, opposite hand and leg. It is a very slow, controlled movement. You are reaching for opposite sides of the room. 10 in total. Nicely done. Okay, from there we're rolling onto our backs for our reverse crunch. Again, depends where you are. This is the bane of my existence on my lower abs. So hands out to the sides for a bit of balance. Up at 90, coming in and going back down, not touching. Relax your neck. If this seems easy, get those legs straight out. But again, you're coming down as far as you can without touching the floor. Good job. When you're ready, we're going to come back up to standing. 4 windmills, feet hip width distance apart. Relax your one knee and you're coming up. 5 on each side. See what your range of motion is like. I'm going to try and get that arm as straight as you can, pointing up towards the ceiling. And it does not have to be a fast movement. Nice. And then when you've done 5 on one side, switch and do 5 on the other. And that's round one. We'll take a minute, grab a sip of water. If anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute.
Question, Gwen, on the windmill, I guess I'm used to doing a windmill, you know, the one where you have your legs, your feet on an angle and stuff. So for this windmill, do you want us to hip hinge or go a bit to the side to get our arm down? You know what I mean?
It's more of a hip hinge. You're coming down like this and rotating.
Okay,
It's rotational. It's these muscles that we're targeting, right?
Okay, so hip.
Yeah, you're right. I've done different variations of it as well, but in this case, it's this muscle that I'm targeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
When I have a further question on that,
Yes.
My name's Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
Hi, is one of the knees bending when you do go down, or are you keeping it straight? Because
No, you can't do it with locked knees. You'll hurt yourself. So here, I'll see if I can show you. I'm going to stagger my feet so you can actually see it. So you've got a bit of a hip motion, right? When you're coming down like this. Okay, that's not great form, but I just want to show you that this knee is relaxing. When we're in a boat, I don't know if you can see it there. See how my hips are moving? You want to mirror that motion. So you're coming down, this hip is pushing back.
okay.
Okay? The reason that I picked this particular exercise is one of the most difficult things and such a challenge for me, and I continually work on it, is how to move fluidly with your feet and your hips in the boat. So when you are paddling, that hip is coming forward, right? And you're paddling, you're coming out and you're paddling, and you're coming out and you're paddling. So if you think about that when you're doing the windmill, you'll feel that those muscles building some memory and engaging that. So, and again, when you're paddling, here, this might actually be better. See how my knee is coming out and driving back.
Yeah.
So we're coming like this when we're paddling.
Okay, thank you.
That's the purpose of the exercise. No, great question. All right, is everyone ready? We are going to move into round two. So we are going to start with our squats to our arm raise. 10 reps when you're ready. Nice. All right, from there, we're going to move into our weighted press. So 2 equal weights in your hands at that L position. Coming right up, so your elbows are by your ears, coming back down to that 90. Exhaling on the way up. And try again to keep that body straight. If you find you need your body as momentum, your weights are too heavy. All right, I keep putting my weights down. We're doing a lot of double weights today. From here, we're going into our bent over row. Nice form, nice 45, everyone. Keeping that spine neutral. You don't want to be like this. You want it straight like a piece of paper, and you're pulling up. Exhaling on the way up. Nice strong movement. Now we can put the weights down. All right, we're going to move down to our mat for our glute bridge with leg raise. Again, on your own time, use your hands out for balance. Wherever you are today, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here. 5 on each side. Good job, everyone. We are turning around for our fire hydrants. So tabletop position, neutral spine, knee out at the side to 90 degrees, 5 on each side. We're going to stay in that position and we are going to move into bird dog. Again, try and stabilize that core. Your leg doesn't have to come up high. You want to extend it. Think of reaching for opposite sides of the room. And try and keep your hips stable in that movement. Some days that's really tough. When you're ready, we are going to roll over for our reverse crunch. So again, knees at 90, knees straight, legs straight. You're coming down and pushing up. Exhaling on the way up. Looking good there. When you're ready on your own time, we're moving up for windmills. Let's see if I can do it this way for you. And we are done set 2. Take a minute break. If you've been working out regularly and you find the windmills are not enough of a challenge for you, you can put a light weight in your hand. I do recommend that it is a lightweight only, just because of that full range of motion. What I liked, what I saw, was it was nice straight limbs. We're always thinking about our limbs, what muscles we're using, those kinds of things. Just makes us better paddlers. And it actually, if you're not a paddler, it helps with your posture. It helps with all of those things. We've still got 30 seconds, everyone. You should be nice and warm now. Heart rate should be up a little bit. I'm getting up there. That's one of the reasons we do compound movements as well, is it helps to elevate our heart. And we're working more muscles at the same time. All right, we are going to move into our third round, everyone. Squats with arm raise, take a little bit heavier weight. And when you are ready, we're on for 10. All right, we're going to grab a second weight. I did forget to mention that if squats are hard for your knees, you can do a chair squat where you are, I actually did bring a chair, where you are only going down like you're sitting in a chair, because it's the movement, you're still working those muscles. So you can be just coming down to here and back up. So don't feel at this point you need to go into that full range of motion if you aren't ready to do so. And let's move into weighted press. Arms up, exhaling at the top for 10. Hang on to those weights when you're done. And we are moving into our bent over row. And soft knees, nice neutral spine, and we're pulling up. Nice strong movement up, contracting the shoulder blades at the top. Going fully down, you want that full range of motion. Well done, everyone. When you're ready, we're going down to the mat for our glute bridge with leg raise. Again, you put your leg where you feel you're getting the work from it. You want to push that hip up as high as you can go. 5 on each side. Good work. It's quite funny from my perspective because all I see are these legs going up in the air. All right. How are we doing there? Everybody is ready. We are moving into fire hydrants. So into that tabletop position. This way. 5 on each side. When you are ready, we're moving from there into our bird dogs. Neutral spine, full extension, hips are square, core is engaged. Make sure that neck is relaxed too. Think about stretching yourself in that bird dog. That what you're really trying to do is just stretch all those limbs. From there, we're moving into our reverse crunch. Knees parallel to the floor, knees straight up, 410. When you're done, we're standing up for our windmill. I have a lightweight in my, do it with the 7. Again, if you've got a weight in your hand and you're losing form, it's too heavy. This is too heavy for me today. And we're breaking. All right, we're on the downhill, everyone. I'm already seeing an improvement in posture, limb placement. There were a lot of wiggly arms the first week. I hope you're feeling stronger because I'm seeing an improvement. We've got about 30 seconds before we move into our next round. All right, going in 10 seconds. Squat to arm raise. When you're ready, you're on. Make sure that chest is nice and tall as you're going into that down section of the squat. And when you're ready, picking up your second weight. Going into your weighted press. Look at you guys. Nice and strong up. And back down to 90. Hang on to those weights. We are moving from there into our bent over row. Again, soft knees, neutral spine, contracting those shoulder blades at the top, nice strong movement. When you're done, you can put your weights down. We are now going to the mat for our glute bridge with leg raise. If you're finding they're a bit too easy, bring your feet a little bit closer to your bum and still try and drive that hip up. And you're going up for 5. And try not to let your body completely touch the ground in that down motion. Nicely done. Into our fire hydrants. From there, we are moving into bird dog. Again, it's not how high your leg can go, it's the extension. It's creating that challenge for your core to keep your body stabilized. Excellent, well done everyone. Moving into reverse crunch when you are ready. And our final exercise of this round, moving into windmills. And break. Take a minute here and we'll be moving into our last round.
How many rounds is it? 5?
5. Did we do 5 already?
No, we did 4. I thought it was 4, but it's 5.
It's
Okay,
5
great.
rounds.
Yay.
Yay, one more. I didn't put my watch on, so I was like, how many did we do?
Nice try, Brenda.
Well, just a point of reference, and it was something I caught myself doing. When you start to get tired, you start to break form. So you're better to slow down the movement, focus on the form. My hips really been bugging me this week. And I went into the fire hydrants and I found my hips moving. I'm not getting any benefit out of the exercise if I'm doing it that way. So you're far better to really, really focus on that form. Are your limbs straight? Are you working the muscles you're supposed to be working? Are you getting the benefit out of the exercise? Because like you, I'm a paddler and I'm always a work in progress. All right, we are moving into our last round, everyone. We are starting with squats to arm raise. 10 reps, and you're on. Picking up your second weight, moving into weighted press. When you're ready, from that L position, straight up, elbows to your ears. Exhaling at the top. Strong on the up, controlled on the down. Hanging on to those weights for our next exercise. We are moving into bent over row. Stand this way. You can see I'm keeping my elbows pretty close to my body. If they're out here, you're not working the muscles that we want to focus on. And there's a greater chance you'll injure your shoulder. Last count. All right. We are moving into our glute bridge, down to our mats. And if you need more challenge, just scooch those feet in a little closer. Nice and strong on the up. You want to come close to touching, but do not touch at the end of the movement. job, everyone. We are now, when you're ready, moving into fire hydrants. Focusing on that core and hip stability, bringing that leg up to 90. Trying to have no additional body movement. That's a reminder to me, not you. When you're done, we're moving into bird dog. Again, nice elongated movement. This is not a quick movement. And it's prepping us for next week when we start doing dead bug. Nice form, those I can see. From there, we are going into reverse crunch, which is our last exercise on the mat. Make sure you're keeping that lower back connected to the floor in your crunch. That's something I haven't mentioned. But if you're arching your back, then you need to modify that movement because you're going to hurt your back. Good. We can have us some strong six packs by the time we get out on the water. And our final exercise before cool down is our windmills. 5 on each side. You might find that you've got more range of movement now. You can get a bit lower. And we have another workout in the books, ladies and gentlemen. I see you, Adam. I know how hard you work. All right, we are going to move into our cool down. And then those that have to leave us. Whew, how about you guys? But I'm warm. All right. Let's move into some shoulder rolls. Let's do nice big circles. And reverse direction. All right, let's get our arms up into those goal posts like they were for our weighted press. Again, you want to put a little bit of pressure moving back so you can feel that stretch through here. So you're going to be up, hold there, come down, pressing, and up, and down, up, down, up, and one more time. All right, let's do a bit of neck stretching. Thanks, Jerry. All right, arm tucked in behind. Do it this way so you can see. So I got my arm in here, And again, it's mobility. Maybe you can't get that far, and that's okay. And maybe you can get farther, which is great. And you're just tipping that neck to the side. If you need a little support, you can touch your head here, but I am not grabbing it and pulling it. It is not a forced motion. You're letting gravity pull it, and you're releasing all of this. And release, switching. You're going to find one side is tighter than the other. I've been struggling with this shoulder issue all week, so I'm learning all about all these great muscles that are attached to my rotator cuff. All right, we are going into a tricep stretch, everyone. And switching arms. All right, let's bring those arms up. And we're going to swan dive into our forward fold. Again, with the forward fold, depending on your mobility, I would rather that your knees were soft so that you're opening all this up. Do not lock those knees and only go as far as you can feel that stretch. And that's going to be different for everyone. But you should feel a nice stretch. You're going to feel your calves loosen, your hamstrings, and your glutes. You're going to come back up. You're going to rest your hands on your quads. And we're going to do some cat-cow. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Really round that spine. Tuck that belly button in. And do 3 more of those on your own time. It is not a fast movement. From there, we're going to get down on the mat and do our figure 4 stretch to unlock our hips, stretch out our glutes. We're in that glute bridge position. We are crossing that leg over. This may be enough for you. You may want to come here, or you may want to thread right through and pull. Wherever you feel that stretch. And release your foot down, switch into that glute bridge position. You're crossing over, come up. If you can't get your legs through, your arms through to your leg, you can also just hang on. Do not pull on your joint, but just hang on and just gently press on that knee. And release, rolling onto your side. Come up on your elbow. We're going to do a lying quad stretch, which I always find easier than trying to balance into a standing quad stretch. You want your body to be in a straight line. Try and keep your knees as close together as possible. But you should feel a nice loosening of your quad muscle. With all those squats and everything, we want to make sure we release all of that. And then we're going to switch. And come up to sitting. We're going to do a bit of a quad, inner thigh stretch, our cobbler stretch to finish. Again, you can hold your toes. Maybe you can only hold your shins. Just let those knees fall out, sitting nice and tall. Just opening up that groin area. Slowly, you're going to roll to the side, come back up to standing. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths. Nice exhale. Big deep breath in. And last one. Well done, everyone.